What's happening, everybody? Hope everybody's having a blessed day, man. It's your boy Trey. Welcome to Game Day with Trey, and this is my NFL quick hits. So, for this first one, we're going to go ahead and rock out talking about the Las Vegas Raiders and what's been going on out there in Vegas. Now, first and foremost, we'll start off with recent news. Tom Brady is now part of the ownership group out there in Las Vegas. I feel like this is definitely a great move for the Las Vegas Raiders and the direction that they're trying to head with their organization. They are a team that is in a new city that has a decent market and has a great following. All right. So if you add Tom Brady to that mix, it gives you an opportunity to try to help to acquire more big name signings for less, possibly, if you put him in a Magic Johnson type role, an ambassador type role. All right. And it gives you some kind of insight on actually what happens on the field, what type of player you actually need to find, what type of headspace your quarterback needs to be in order to be a successful NFL Super Bowl winning quarterback, which is what the Raiders are looking for. Remember, they haven't been successful since John Gruden's first time leaving. All right. Like, it's been 20 plus years since they have been a consistently relevant team. Not to say or disparage the fact that they were competitive with David Carr for a few years, and they only, believe they made the playoffs one of those years, maybe two of those years that he was there. But at the end of the day, it's about doing more than just making the playoffs. It's about going to Super Bowls, AFC championships, AFC West championships, things like that. All right. I know there's steps to it, but in order to get there, this was definitely a step that needed to be done if you are a Raider. Next, let's talk about Jimmy G. Okay. So there's so much turmoil out there with Vegas and the direction that they are heading at the quarterback position. First and foremost, you have the second surgery that was required of Jimmy G due to that Liz Frank injury that he had incurred back in week 13 playing for the San Francisco 49ers last year. This was already a quick turnaround on that type of surgery. And to find out that he failed his initial physical with the Las Vegas Raiders, and then they demanded or ordered another surgery, is got to be very troubling, especially for Josh McDaniels and Davante Adams. You kind of bet the house this year on the fact that Jimmy G would be there for at least half the season or the majority of the season. They drafted a quarterback named Aiden O'Connell out of Purdue who actually has some pretty good film, and I liked him. And they did go sign Brian Hoyer, which also is another quarterback that Josh McDaniel is familiar with and should be successful in Josh McDaniel's system. But at the end of the day, man, you're playing in the AFC West. You're playing against teams like the Kansas City Chiefs. You're playing against Patrick Mahomes. You're playing against the Chargers with Justin Herbert. You're playing with Russell Wilson and Sean Payton out there in Denver. So there's a lot of problems that you guys are going to be running to on a consistent basis as a team and an organization if you do not secure the quarterback position. Okay. So if I was a Raider fan right now, I would be scratching my head, wondering what Josh McDaniels is really doing out there and what his game plan is, especially since you have Davante Adams coming out over the last few weeks, whether it be through Twitter or any medium that would actually talk to him, talking about the fact that he was unhappy and is currently unhappy with the direction of the offense. You can't have the second best, arguably second, third best, top three wide receiver in the NFL not happy, especially when your offense really has to run through him, Josh Jacobs, who already is not going to be happy, but is going to be playing nonetheless, and a rookie, Michael Mayer, at tight end. Yes, he did a good job in the draft, shoring up the defensive line a little bit. I like the dude or the kid Parham, all right, that he got the guard, okay, that will be playing left guard next to Colton Miller. I think that is a good pairing on the offensive line, and I think it will lead to good, solid protection for whomever that quarterback is that's back there. But at the end of the day, when you don't have key players at training camp, okay, because let's just list them out. All right, OTAs are coming to an end out there in Vegas, and Jimmy G's not there. Tyree Wilson, your number one draft pick, defensive end slash line outside linebacker, hasn't been there. All right, and I believe Hunter Renfrow hasn't been there. Okay, these are all big problems that can really plague this team long term for a lot of this season that's coming up. Okay. The next thing that I would like to discuss is the fact that when you have guys like Kyle Rudolph coming out and speaking and saying that Michael Mayer is or should be compared to Gronk, that's not, I mean, it's good to hear it, okay, that the young man is talented and to give him such lofty comparisons, you know, is saying a lot about him. But at the end of the day, does it do the young man justice at this point right now? Because he really doesn't have anybody to deliver the ball to him. Okay. And tight ends, yes, they're the safety blanket of every quarterback. Okay. And if your safety blanket is Michael Mayer and Davante Adams, and then you can also hit Josh Jacobs out the backfield, you're in a good position as a quarterback, whether you're Brian Hoyer or you're Aiden O'Connell. Okay. You're in a very good position. But that's all based on how quickly and how well you acclimate to these teammates. And when you got Hunter Renfrow not there, Davante Adams is not happy, Josh Jacobs is not happy. It's a lot of things to deal with in a locker room. It's a lot. Okay. Man, you have so much positive that can happen out there for the Raiders right now. So much opportunity for them to succeed. But if they keep shooting themselves in the foot at the quarterback position, they will struggle. My question to you as Raider fans, do you guys believe that this is a setup for you guys to go for that number one pick next year? Are you believing that this is going to put you in position for Caleb Williams or Drake May next year? Please, in the comments, let me know. I hope you liked the video. I hope you got some pretty good, consistent coverage out of this. I hope I gave you some pertinent information for all Raider fans out there. Please like and subscribe. There will be more. Have a blessed day. Stay safe.